So we kind of noticed with our second son some kind of the differences and irregularities.
Something's not going right here. I recognized that he wasn't developing, and
it was just a struggle from the onset.
And I just couldn't see them throwing him into a class size of 1,500 in a school.
We were looking for private schools, but all of the private schools, they're way up in Houston.
There's a big gap and a big hole right now in Texas in special ed.
I left church after admissions. I said, well, this is the time. I said, let's do it.
And at this point, Melissa had been Peyton's speech therapist about 4 years. Are you feeling called to go on the mission field? Are you telling me you're moving away?
They said, you can't go to Africa. You can't leave. And I said, no, let's do it here. Like, we're talking about, let's do it here.
The mission field is here. The time is now, and we're opening a school.
the battling was just getting exhausting.
After public schools didn't work out, we tried doing homeschooling a million different ways and trying to go through different curriculums, and it was not being a teacher, it's a nightmare trying to do that.
Our stories are different, but it's interesting that we've all said, we tried homeschooling, we tried public school, we tried a different private school, and the goal for all of us is that high school diploma.
I started hearing people talk about Momentum.
The Momentum Academy would always pop up, and I would stop and I would look at their website, and it was always on the back, on the back burner of.
And I thought, okay, this is going to be the answer to me not stressing out about how am I going to get to make sure he gets to a high school diploma.
My son needed a small environment where he knew everybody, he knew all the teachers, and it was routine, so his stress level would come down.
And then you worry about the social elements and bullying.
Finding the Momentum Academy gave Gregory an opportunity to open up on his own, be himself, get out of that shell.
I really coach the kids through it. I'm here when they need me, and kind of talk them through things, equations, complicated issues and topics, that sort of thing.
It's when they had that light clicks, that aha moment when you see them struggling all year long, then all of a sudden something clicks and they get it. You can't get that anywhere else.
I love that it's different every single day. You can plan, but you never know how it's going to go, and you sometimes just have to, go off script and teach them what they need to be taught that day.
We have not had a worry or a battle in the last 3 years that he's been here.
We don't worry about him. Every teacher, every person who works here absolutely loves these kids as if they were their own.
It feels like a family to me, a big family.
He would just go on and on and on about some friendships he developed in the school.
The child is always the focus here. It's always the center. The curriculum is for the child. The child is not for the curriculum.
There's nothing like it to worry about, not worry about anyone bullying you or nothing.
They make sure that they highlight those talents of each of those children.
When the kids figure things out for themselves, I think that is really, what it's all about. What we really strive for, to get them to kind of teach themselves to an extent.
They're just so immersive with everything. They encourage him to stretch outside of his comfort zone. We didn't come here for him to make friends and meet friends, but my gosh, that is a miracle for us. They want to be like regular kids that have sleepovers and parties and, play video games together. And having that here is just like such a bonus.
They just accept each other, they care about each other, they understand each other. So there's no judgment. He's like, I'm not alone in the world.
All of these teachers meet them where they're at and help them reach higher.
They have the Christian values that we were raising Gregory up as a Christian from little on. So those Christian values continued.
How much love the teachers had for the children versus just kind of, well, you're just in my class, I gotta move you along.
Almost immediately, Emmy was a different child. She wasn't stressed out every day. She made friends, and she loved the teachers, and the teachers loved her. That was the biggest part. She felt a connection with every teacher she had.
These kids respond, they make progress, and I love seeing the light bulbs go on when they're like, oh, I can do that.
Oh, come, let us adore him. What does the word adore mean?
Love. Makes my heart feel good.
We have the most amazing field trips and service events. Every year, our kids go to the food bank and work the entire day. They learn how to train service dogs. Just this type of education that you just can't even get anywhere else. The kids giving back is so important for them to know that they can contribute to, they matter. And he's so equipped now, they're handling everything.
This is God's gift to us.
It doesn't just change the lives of our students, it changes the lives and the dynamic of the entire family.
We can love on them through Christ. That makes it extra special.
I'm just honored to be part of the ride. And then to be able to then see these children really blossom and to grow into young adults and to maneuver things in life that maybe people thought they would never be able to do.
Today we are in Proverbs
27.
27. Good job.
We came here for an education for Roland, yet we got so much more because it is really a family. Everyone here does love our kids.
Just feel so, I feel so humbled and honored just to be part of it. We're gonna hear a lot of well dones when we get there. And I'm gonna be standing in the crowd cheering them on because it's gonna be those kids.
You would have 5 stressed out moms if it weren't for the Momentum Academy.
His diploma is stamped by the state of Texas.